have been blitzing more on those throws, perhaps giving opponents a recipe for success. And so it's kind of confounding when you sit and look at them. And Tim Hasselbeck, I'll start with you as the quarterback in our group here. Like, I could make an argument that when you look at all the players they've lost and everything else, Lamar Jackson needs to be in the discussion for the most valuable players in the league, considering they're the #1 seed. But then there's also a side of you that watches him play and you say, man, I kind of wonder what's wrong with him right now. So which side of that is the right side, Tim?
Well, here's the thing. He's a unique player, Greeny, and so it's kind of on both sides of that, to be honest with you. And that's why what you saw Sunday night is in some ways indicative of just the type of player that he is. You know, there's going to be moments where, you know, as a passer, he doesn't look like some of the top quarterbacks in the league. But what's interesting about him is he's got this athletic confidence about him where, you know, I think he's always experienced the ability to just make a ridiculous play, even if he's been struggling throughout a game. And that was what happened the other night. Like, the end of the half could not have been worse. And then, you know, they find themselves in a critical situation. He gets 0 blitz. The ball snapped on the 15. He literally retreated 20 yards, threw the football with an unblocked defender from 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage to Mark Andrews for a touchdown. And so I just think that he's that kind of player, that he just has the ability to, even if things have been bad, be able to just kind of press the reset button and go make a play. And that oftentimes is good enough for the Ravens because they are pretty good on the defensive side.
Yeah, that's the play that he's talking about right there, what proved to be the game-winning touchdown to Andrews. Booger, how about it? How about Lamar and the Ravens at this point? They're the 1 seed in the AFC, and they're the team no one, except maybe Kimberley this morning, did a little bit, practically no one talks about. What do you think?
Yeah, because I think we all think that what he's doing is kind of unsustainable, because he's the reason that they're 8-3, but he's also the reason they were in a dogfight against the Cleveland Browns, throwing 4 interceptions the other night. So he has done a remarkable job, Greeny, of getting 8 wins and getting his team to the position that they are. But I wonder, can it last? Can you continue pulling a rabbit out of the hat every single Sunday, especially when the parts around you are not playing well? We all think that Hollywood Brown and Bateman are going to be really competent receivers, but I haven't seen it consistently during the games. And so Lamar has got to be great. Like, he has got to be MVP Lamar, but when he's not, they're not a really good team. So, as always, Greeny, the truth and the reality relies somewhere in the middle.
And so, Kmart, go ahead.
What? Okay. Why do we say the same thing? What Booger just said, we say that about Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers has to be Aaron Rodgers, or else the Packers, what are they going to do without him?
Yeah.
Don't shake your head, because yes, we do. Like, this team has lost so many players due to injury before week 1 even started.
Right.
Lamar coming back off an illness did not look good. That was a terrible game. But, and I even tweeted it, Mark Andrews, I don't know what off the top of my head, I don't know what the Ravens are paying him, but I know it's not enough because he is just that security blanket. But those 2 plays that we just showed, Lamar finding Andrews, those are the Patrick Mahomes type plays where it's like the play is never dead. Like, corners understand, like, we got to hold protection, like, we've got to keep guys blanketed for an extra 5-6 seconds because we know Lamar or Patrick can find some guys deep. Like, I don't understand what the criticism of Lamar is, like, why it's not sustainable. We want to see these rabbits out of the hat. He's given it to us. Yes, he's human. Like,
you do understand the criticism. 4 interceptions is the criticism. So I think that the Lamar Jackson for MVP campaign, it died these last 2 weeks. I love Lamar Jackson, and I would have been one of the front runners for Lamar Jackson for MVP because he was managing to win games without all of his pieces there. But these last 2 weeks, where the Ravens won, they won in spite of Lamar. One, he didn't play, and in that last game, Mark Andrews made miraculous plays. Like, those were miraculous catches. That defense was outstanding. Oh, come on. Now, the backpedaling, I'm just making the point. I'm going to heap praise on Lamar week after week, and he deserves it all the time. But you cannot, no longer, these past 2 weeks, you can't say that Lamar Jackson put this team on his back, because one of the games he didn't dress, and in the second game, he threw 4 interceptions, and the defense shut down the opponent. So Lamar's great. He's special in this game.
The question wasn't about, is Lamar Jackson the MVP of the NFL right now? That wasn't the question, was it? No.
It was.
It wasn't.
I answered the question that I want to answer.
Who was jumping in there? Go ahead.
My show.
This is my show. This ain't Greeny's show.
Tim, go ahead.
The thing that I would say, guys, is they don't have 8 wins. Excuse me, Tim. They don't have 8 wins without Lamar. but he's also been the reason for some of their losses. And Kmart, I love you, but let's not ever, ever, ever put Lamar Jackson on the same level with Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. I don't know about the other two, but in my mind, he's not there.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, here's the thing about it. It's going to be uneven. Like, we know that his game isn't, as this amazing passer. That's not his game. What his game is oftentimes put the ball in his hands, and he is just one of the most unique athletes that we have ever seen play the position. And so his ability to, when things have been terrible, to just make that play is unique to him. There are very few guys that have had the ability, maybe none, to do some of the things he's able to do, like we saw Sunday night. And so if the rest of the team, meaning the defense, is just good enough, that's really all they need.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.